Good evening, everybody. How is everybody this fine Tuesday evening? I know people are still over at Katie's for the moment. So I'll just start off with a little filler. I once again want to thank everybody that helped me out over the weekend with my move. And your support and encouraging words have meant everything to me. All right. I'm starting to get some people in here. So I don't foresee this taking very long. It's a weeknight, and I typically don't stream on weeknights. But now that I'm done with this move and I'm not so focused on just where I'm going to lay my head, I've been ruminating over this for a little while. About 3 weeks, I would say. And this is an incident that happened the day of Jamie's live stream where he helped raise some money for me for my move. Now, at the time Jamie was streaming, STL decided to go live. I'm not live to call out STL or Paige about their live stream. That's not what this is about. The title of the stream is Karma. And as some of you may have heard on my live stream, I have made a reference to somebody who has made a statement inferring that the death of my husband and my reduced circumstances as a result is karma for Rebel. That somehow Rebel deserves such consideration and divine retribution in the form of the death of my spouse of 23 years, the man who raised my children with me. Rebel deserves that. He deserves that consideration because I said some harsh truths to him on the internet. I know that there are some people over there that try to make it like I have gone real life on him and have reported him to Section 8 or the rideshare service or any of that, but nothing could be further from the truth. You know, there's been times I've been good and pissed and had little fantasies about fixing his little red wagon in such a way. But see, here's the thing. I promised him that I never would. So no matter how much he enrages me with his entitlement and his abuse of the system, I already said I would never do that. So because we are about the receipts, I am going to provide you the receipt of the person who said this thing. So this is a person that is a long-term member of the community that I don't really remember ever doing anything to, or saying anything about, or talking shit about. And yet he has decided, because a year and a half ago, I decided that Connie's free ride was over and started to think of a way to do something about it, that I deserve this, that I deserve to lose my husband, that I deserved to lose half of my income overnight. That I deserved it. And that Rebel of all people warrants that kind of divine retribution. Oddly enough, I think Teresa Richard would be mindful of enough of the fact that I haven't gone around the community saying terrible things about her, and would extend me the same courtesy. I would hope. But not this guy. And I've never had any confrontation with him. He's never come up to insult me on a panel. He's never had a fight with him in a VC. That's never happened. But yet he thought he could say this. So ICB, you are welcome to think whatever you want about me. And while it irks me that you think Connie deserves that kind of consideration from God or a higher power, that you've so swiftly forgotten the names of Bedtime Clown and Voodoo Queen and Candace Smithson and One Hot Gal and Rosie Wren. So I'm dropping a link in chat. So if somebody, I don't know, with 3 little letters in their name would like to come up here and have a discussion with me about what they've said and own their words and be responsible for them, and tell my husband's widow why she deserved to lose him because of a grifting fuck of a bum online. And I don't need people to back me up. I can stand on my own. Exactly. Big man wanted to talk big in a side chat, say something tacky, say something about a man he's never met and doesn't know, all for the sake of a loser. And someone who has never buried their spouse is the only type of person who would say such a thing. What kind of moral compass? I know in your twisted brain, you and some of your crew have concocted in your brain that I'm the one who's warped here in all of this where Rebel is concerned. But I don't think that's the case at all. He is a problem. He is a cluster that can't be unfucked. Y'all have talked yourself into that big game. I don't know what kind of shrooms you were doing while you were talking yourself into it, but or maybe you just wanted to play an asshole on the internet. But see, you know, if I were somebody that were, for instance, saying things about Teresa's losses, I mean, I could see you maybe seeing that I might deserve it. But see, I'm not. I'm not a person who's ever said that. I'm the person who has actually left the shit show panel when it starts to get discussed because I'm not up for that. Did so last week. So again, he's got a wrench in STLs, and it wouldn't be hard to figure it out. It's him. I don't think so. I don't think so, gas control. I don't think that's how he meant it. I mean, I know what it is. The proud intellectual Elizabeth Kay reduced to e-begging online after spending a year drying up the donos of a known loser and grifter. That's what you're thinking. That's why you think it's karma, right? Yep. That's what I thought. What a man you are, ICB. What a gentleman. And you know, that's kind of how I feel about it. Look, I'll be honest. What I was doing, what I've been doing has been e-begging. My circumstances are reduced, and there was just no way for me to be able to get out from under that without some help. And that's another thing. That this is more of that my shit bags are better than your shit bags faction bullshit. And that's exactly what it is. It's bullshit. I didn't ask any particular person to help me. Not ever. So I think my point's been made. He said what he said. He's a bitch because I don't see him in my live stream. Oh, Kenny, he would come into my live stream and complain about my content too. And that's just kind of like, well, you don't see me at other people's live streams complaining about their content. Go on. I mean, that was as tetchy as I ever got, basically. Because if you don't like my content, you don't have to come here. And likewise, if I don't like somebody else's content, I don't have to go there. But you're not going to see me in chats whining about it like a bitch. Because apparently that's all you are. I could be just a bitch in a chat. My husband was a good man and a good husband and a good father. And the fact that you think Constantinos Drolis, King Vagrant of Massachusetts, deserves that sort of consideration and divine retribution tells me how warped your fucking moral compass is. I didn't really think this would take very long, so. But I'm not surprised at how it turned out. See, most people, Shiva being a notable exception, it is, Michelle. You are absolutely correct. It's part of the tribalism. And I would never allow my group of friends and who I hang out with for me to make a similar statement about any of them, ever. And I don't think they would ever suggest it to me. Well, this guy's bitch made. You know, he likes coming into chats, making passive aggressive statements, wah, wah, Connie content, when all of those UPK people were sniffing after emo's ass night and day forever. Oh, emo, emo, emo. Like, you know, like, so what? You never saw me on your ass about it. But yeah. Karma, widowed at 48, is karma. At least with a statement like this, I could be, you show us who you really are. And that's something that isn't without merit, sir. It's always better to know who the real scumbags are in this world. So, Brett, you going to go live? Because I basically went live to call this fuck face out. Just a second. Oh.
Man, I'm a little bitch.
Fucking prime. Okay. Yeah. I should have known. Brett, I know that they wouldn't, especially I could be. He ain't going to come up here. Yeah, they wanted all sorts of explanations about the shift business, Raz. But yeah, they don't want to have to man up and explain this because they know there's not really an explanation. They know. I guess I am going to sign off. I'm a little disappointed. But honestly, I'm not surprised. Thanks for showing us who you are, CB. Anyway, anybody got anything else for me before I sign off? Well, I'm going to let y'all head over to another live if you want. Maybe Brett will go live. Anyway, I'll see y'all on my next live stream. Have a great evening, everybody.